Grandmaster, but that's his username. What do you mean we're on break? We're not on break. Are we on break? We're live. Wait, what?
Offline.
Did we go offline? What happened? No, we're live.
Maybe Wi-Fi issues.
Let's hope not. No, we're live. He was trolling us. Gauri, come on, we're live. We are not on break. I don't know what happened, but no, we are not on break. Thank you so much for raiding us. We were offline. I don't know what happened. That was really weird, but we are live. Thanks so much for the raid. We hope you had a great stream. I really don't know what happened. You paid off your debt. No, you didn't. You still haven't followed me. So you have to go follow me too. But no, we do appreciate it. And welcome everyone. You are watching a commentary from the National Middle School Championship. I'm WGM Sabina Foishor.
I'm WIM Emily Wind.
And we've been going over round 6 of these really, we had great games we saw so far. Very interesting. Tactical ideas that some of the kids fell for, and then they came back. Lots of coming back and everything. So yeah, welcome.
Yeah, so we already have a result in board 2 where Black won, which we were pretty much expecting. We can look through board 5 real quick, just see what happened after. So we did see Rook A3. Yeah, there's this nice knight d4 idea. Looks like Black should just be chilling here, but we'll see. Queen d5.
I think around here somewhere Black messed up because he does have an amazing position, and I think I checked it a little bit earlier, and yeah, Queen h5 was great, and then suddenly, like after King h2, he decided to go g5. I think I had looked at that, and I was a little bit surprised by Black's option to play g5.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, his idea was like g4, but because I guess if h4, you can always try to take. Though not, yeah. I guess he responded with rook e4.
I like that idea. Yeah. I think that's really good. And with Black, you might have just weakened your king. You didn't really get the chance to win too much material, just a pawn. But if White manages to get his pieces back together and actually finish the development, which he's struggling with because he kind of was trying to save his piece.
Yeah, but this knight is like really nice on d4, but it's not very anchored, so you can always kick it out with like bishop b2. And then it's just very open on Black's king side.
It is.
Yeah. b5.
My God. Is that an option? I mean, I can just... Okay, I'll just move my queen.
Yeah, so queen c5, knight b3. I don't like how he traded his knight for that bishop, though. Because compared to...
He was probably thinking he has an extra pawn, he needs to trade pieces, but...
Right, but this knight is just a lot better.
Yeah, and also it's protecting e6.
Yeah.
Now White, after all these holes, can bring in the queen to c6, and then the e6 pawn is going to be hanging and everything.
Because
so.
White's king is actually quite safe here. You can't really ever break with g4 because this rook is nice and there's no like light squared minor pieces to support it.
And I would love to bring a knight to e4 instead of the rook, or to c5.
And then there's just a lot of stuff hanging.
So Jet may be coming back into this game. That would be a really amazing comeback after that tough tactical idea he fell for on move 12 with knight takes b4 and then the discovery and everything. So once again, Grandmaster Gauri, thank you so much for the raid. We do appreciate it, and we hope you won the tournament. I know you're playing a tournament before we went live, so hopefully you won it. Despite my being a distraction to you and losing that game. All right,
Should
so
we take a look at board 6?
someone
as a
was
result?
suggesting board 7. I think
Okay.
was saying that that's an interesting game. There was a result on board 6.
Yes. Oh wait,
Okay, so what happened?
it's a lot of.
Oh no, but
changes.
we did see this game.
Wait,
And it
but
was,
white won.
wait, what? Black had 3 extra pawns. What?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Did he? Why?
He has an hour.
Why'd he play rook e5?
I'm just surprised. I'm just like in shock right now. I can't say anything. You can lead the discussion.
Okay.
Oh my god, why did he give up that pawn? I mean, he went to
So-
rook e8.
Supposedly rook b8 was best. This looks a bit strange for takes. Cause this d pawn is actually
Is there some
quite
discovery that we can do right now? Like maybe knight d4?
Knight d.
Or what about knight d3? Yeah, knight d3,
Yeah.
knight d... but then king c3.
Knight e5. It doesn't look like you get much out of that though.
Well, at least I'm not losing more pawns.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he's... Why would he give out the d7 pawn? That's really tough. Amazing comeback by white. To win this position with 3 pawns down, he must...
Wait, what's the idea of rook b8? I'm confused. Do you just
You don't
maybe
like...
knight d5?
The problem is c6 is hanging.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go king c2 after that, and then... I guess knight d5 and then rook d8, and then you take in c6, and then... But we still can't take in d6 because the knight will be hanging.
Right.
It's strange. I just don't like rook e8.
Yeah.
I don't like rook e8 at all. If you want to go rook b8, you can go rook b8 here.
Or maybe
Also-
even something like f5.
Yeah, f5, g6. Well, bishop c4 check might be
And
annoying.
then king f8.
Well, but you're kind of stuck.
I mean, then you can go rook e8, right?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Wait, if you go f5, could I go rook e2 and then rook e7?
We go rook e7.
Ah, you still...
Yeah.
Yeah, there, or knight e5. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so he blundered, but he's not totally lost yet.
But then,
How did he lose?
I guess the
Oh,
d
he gave a
pawn.
check and he let him just promote that d pawn?
Mm.
Oh, that's sad.
It's okay. Happens to the best of
It
us.
happens. You gotta forget about this game. There's one more round. If you're watching, one more round. Forget about this game. You played brilliantly, and everyone is blundering. So, okay, that was definitely a tough comeback. I was not expecting that to happen. Let's check
Yeah.
out board 7. There was a request for that board. By the way, if you're watching and you're new on the stream, you can this is the link to the broadcast. I'm just gonna put it in the chat, and if there are specific games that you want us to go over or you think are interesting, or maybe there's someone that you are interested to see us comment on, please let us know the board number, and then we'll try our best to address that game and show it. 4 pawns, wow, okay, I haven't seen 4 pawns in forever. I thought it didn't have that best reputation anymore, but I guess it's still played. Wow, okay. Queen b6. Yeah, you're just supposedly giving up the d6 pawn. You're not really giving it up, but...
Yeah, because you can't take because of rook d8.
Yeah, it traps the queen. So, obviously, that's not a thing. But black wants to place the knight in d4. Nice, okay. b4.
That's interesting.
I like that move.
Yeah.
It's messing up his pawn structure, but it's also trying to play against your knight in
Kinda
d4.
undermine.
Mm-hmm. Although you will take with the d pawn. Oh. What was that? You gave up the knight for the bishop. Okay. The bishop is not necessarily a bad bishop, but if you are to take, probably you should take the bishop. That makes sense, okay?
Yeah. Queen c7, just getting out of rook and a bishop. So then he takes queen c2, bishop d7, b5.
That's an interesting.
I'm not sure if I like it though, because white just played rook fc1, and it's already kind of.
Yeah, ready.
And then you're just like opening up for them. Yeah, so it looks like he just took the pawn. So I guess why did he want to play b5?
Maybe he couldn't come up with a plan, but he wants e5. I think black should consider somehow some e5 at some point.
Or even like somehow bringing this knight back into the game, like knight f7, knight g4, somehow, or developing this rook, or just anything but losing a pawn.
It's sad. I don't like b5. Why did he play b5? Does anyone have any ideas about this b5 move? It's very mesmerizing. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Nobody's saying anything. Maybe they don't understand
Maybe
either.
they're also stuck.
We're just like, okay. All right. So just that's the current position, right? Just takes everything, and then bishop takes c5.
Was he hoping for some pin on the bishop with like rook fc8? But I mean, you can always just move the queen and then move the bishop.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what he
rook
played.
fc8 was played.
Yeah, but we can just move it, like queen e1 maybe, and I guess, wait. He does have a way to get his pawn back. It seems counterintuitive, but he does want to take in e2 and take in f4 the pawn. So right now, black's threat is to capture in c5, right?
But what about something like e5? Oh, bishop f8. Should be scared. Does this lose?
e5, bishop f8. Yeah. But
then maybe you have
knight d4 and knight takes e6 is an option.
Yeah, but then queen takes c5 is also something. No, yeah, this isn't good.
Okay, maybe not e5. Yeah.
I want to go knight d4 somehow.
I think this was the whole idea of black, just trying to get rid of the, like, to make some trades and then get in the rook, put on some pressure.
Can I go knight d4?
I'm just not sure about the capture. Like, maybe I'll just take an there, an f4 I want to. I know you take an e6. Do I have anything to trap your knight? No, probably not. You take in g7 too.
Because you really don't want to take on d4.
Okay, so after knight d4, what if I just go back? I mean, you're having a threat on my pawn. I'll just go bishop d7.
Bishop d7?
I know it looks ugly. I know. But
queen d2?
Oh, but now you protected the queen. So if I go bishop f8, if you go bishop f8 or anything, you can just take it because your queen is protected. So actually, white will stay with an extra pawn. So no, I do not see anything.
Oh, yeah, so knight ed4 was played.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, this looks a little bit tough.
e5?
For black.
No, not gonna.
e5, you always can like take and queen b3.
Yeah, or even knight e6 and take the bishop in g7, then take in e5.
No, too many weaknesses.
Yeah, playing b5 just got black an additional weakness, which he just lost, and he's not taking in f4. Not under white's watch.
So maybe we'll see what he was planning after this move.
I'm gonna check the rating of these two players. This is board 7, right? So Venkatesh Nare is 1924 and Lim Timothy 2035. Venkatesh from New Jersey and then Indiana. Very interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what black has planned.
There's a couple of other decisive games that we didn't. So we did see board 2. Brian Tay lost to Jonathan Chen. Jonathan was able to convert a from a Najdorf. And then it's kind of interesting, if I do remember correctly, I think Brian is also playing the Najdorf, but anyways, his approach to this d5 idea was not very wise. f3, rook f2 was not very wise, and it just gave black a beautiful position, equalized with plus. Usually when you go d5, you're equalizing, but black managed to equalize in that game, like with an advantage. Like, that's how I usually say it. Obviously, it's just not equalized. It's just totally much better position for black.
Yeah, so this actually put some pressure on the first board, because you were saying, like, if second board draws and Troy wins, then we also have to worry about the third board.
Of course.
Yeah.
And on board one, if we're going on that board, so Troy Kavanagh is on 5 out of 5, and he's playing against the number one
but
seed.
he's defending.
He's trying to defend this queen endgame. It's going to be really tough. The queen in a1 is not very ideal. I think Brewington knows what he's doing, and look at the time difference. 1 hour versus 7 minutes. I don't know what he's doing to his opponents, but he always ends up having, at least, well, in the past games that we've seen, he always ends up having at least like 40 minutes different time difference or something crazy like that.
Based on a sample size of 2 games.
That's really good. We were talking earlier about psychology in chess and how important it is. And here I think the plan for black to try to improve is just get the king maybe to a6, then play b5. That's what I would do if I were black in this position.
Yeah, you want to create a passed pawn.
Yeah, I love the way he's placed his queen.
Queen on c4 is really nice because you just tie down. Does this win a pawn, actually?
Well, maybe I can give one of them to try to activate my queen. I would like to give c2 so that I can get my queen active, but
he played c3.
Oh my god, that queen in a1 is really, really sad.
I think defending queen endings are one of my least favorite.
It is very tough to do
play.
it. Yeah, I think it's always more comfortable to do it with the side that has the extra pawn. I was able to win one time an endgame. It was my longest game. It wasn't against Irina Crush in a US championship. Like, I think it had 150 something moves. I was totally winning earlier, but I missed my chance. And then I got in a pawn up queen endgame, and it was supposed to be a draw actually because she knew how to.
Wait, I think I remember this.
Yeah, I was supposed to finish 2 hours before. Maybe I even played with you after that. I don't know, after that game, because you were playing that US championship, and yeah, I just missed my chance, and then. Yeah, I was sure I'm winning, I kept playing it. But it's very uncomfortable, and you have to study it. Actually, I saw it last year's US Championship. Last round, Alexander Lenderman was playing against Bruzon. Queen pawn versus queen, and it was an A pawn. So he brought his... So white had an A6 pawn to A6, and then black brought his king all the way to H1, usually when you're dealing with queen endgame with a pawn.
You want your king to be as far away as possible.
Yeah, on the other side, other corner, to make sure you're avoiding check queen, to trade queens and lose. And then there's stalemating positions, which a lot of people forget about, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, because you can, that's why you put the king there, and sometimes you sack your queen
I see,
in G, like, depending where it is, like G3, for example, and then you take stalemate. But it's very tough for those positions to actually happen. So it looks like... Okay, so black played king a7.
Yeah, probably with the idea of king a6, b5.
Yeah. That plan seems very easy. Yeah.
No, it's just so difficult to play this with white.
I think he's tried his best, but you can go queen g1 check. But I would just go king a6, which is anyways my idea. And now you kind of have to go back. I don't think white has a way to keep both pawns protected. So it's gonna be...
Maybe something like queen e1 can be a nice try because you want to attack g6, but it's not going to do much if black plays like g5 or even...
Do I need to? Can't I just take the pawn and then go with the a pawn? Yeah, that one. I'll take the a pawn because I want to go with the most advanced one. You will take in g6 and then queen b4. Okay, that's with check, right.
The pawn down.
Yeah, and I love that the queen in d1 is controlling d3. You got no checks. You need to move your queen somewhere else, and that pawn maybe just...
Winning.
Yeah.
So Unfortunately for Troy,
This may
looks
be...
like his perfect streak will also end. We've seen many streaks end today.
It's sad. I feel like it's our fault. No, I'm joking. Obviously not. But I just... Sometimes you feel like, oh, it's sad. So it looks like on board 11, Marvin Gao, we were looking at him the other round. He was able to win his game against Anish Krishnan. I think we kind of looked at that game.
Oh, this was the whole bishop takes h7.
Oh, this was the one? Yeah, but we didn't see it till the end. Did we see it?
I don't think so.
No, he won the piece.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was winning. Okay. We did check that out. There's another draw that happened on board 9. Joshua Meng against Abiram Poturi. It was that strange opening Sicilian thing. I don't know what you would call this.
F3.
Yeah, some close Sicilian.
Just looks like a lot of trades happened.
And whom do we like in that position?
I think it's just equal. Honestly, I might say black a little bit, because even though white has the bishop pair, it's a pretty close position. So this knight has the potential to be a bit annoying. Knight a5 is interesting.
Did he end up taking f5? I think black should go for f5. I wonder if he played it in the game. He did?
F5 here.
Okay.
Bishop d2, f4. I guess he wants to close it up and build on the king side. I don't like how he's going like 95.
He keeps going 95 and back.
95.
It's interesting. I mean, he attracts some weaknesses, but are those really weaknesses? I don't know, because white anyways has to play kind of on that side of the board. Black has more space on the king side. G5, G4
I don't like
is
rook
a plan.
fc8 though, because he already kind of committed to the king side with like
Maybe,
f4.
Yeah, maybe
like
king
that.
h8,
Yeah.
G5. If you need king h8, you probably need
really
it.
want to play on the queen side right now. Bishop d5 goes back.
Oh my god. Why? Why did he do all... Oh, he let that... Okay, so now they close down the position. Yeah. This was board 9, right? So on board 9, Meng Joshua 1872, Poturi Abiram 2016. So I guess the player playing white pieces was comfortable with the draw, maybe, considering their ratings. But yeah, I mean, everything kind of closed down. It's just... doesn't seem really... Okay, and then they agreed on a draw here. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like black didn't really try hard enough. But he doesn't have much time. He spent quite some time. This is a tough stuff. Like, you need to... These days, in order to be able to beat your opponents, you have to also learn some way to improve the position. You cannot just, like, play and wait. For them to make a mistake, you actually have to show.
Is my favorite strategy.
But you have to sometimes show, especially if you have the advantage, you have to show you know what you want to do, and you have to put pressure. If you're not putting pressure on the opponent, I feel like even like a much lower rated player can draw you, because if they learn to defend well, then you know you need to find a way to break through. Right. So. Do you guys have any other suggestions, any other games that you want us to go over? Don't be shy, let us know in the chat. And if you're new here, you're watching US Chess, we are often going live to for national events. The next event that US Chess is going to go live for is going to be the Elementary Championship that takes place in Columbus, Ohio in 2 weekends. Yeah, I think it's like 20, 21st and 13, 14 and 15. So that's like, yeah, in 2 weekends. The hours they will go live will be very similar to how we've gone live here. Obviously, this is round 6 that you're watching, and we will go live for the next round as well. I mean, we're still here, but Roshi Vu, I wonder if it's Rochelle Vu, because she's like, Rochelle? I don't know, but like she's like, OMG.
Sounds like
Rochelle would say that. Yeah, like I remember we played a tournament and she was there, and she had these funny names that she gave me and Elshan. So if it's her, I mean, I haven't seen her in like 3 years, but
Yeah.
she's probably grown up.
Yeah.
I won't recognize her, I bet. It's her. She says, her, welcome. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. So, should we take a look at board 3?
Let's check out board 3. That's
Which game was
an
this?
interesting... Okay.
Oh, I don't think we spent much time on this game.
We
right?
didn't,
Yeah.
no. Rohan
So-
Padilla against Eric Liu.
Oh, wow. So he grabbed a pawn on h4.
Just like that. No, yeah. So we did hear that this was Naroditsky's idea.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was mentioning in the chat that this was something he came up with. I feel like this would be something Magnus would do as well. Okay, so the idea is probably this. You go g3 with tempo and f4. So you're kind of
Yeah.
rushing things. Okay.
So after...
And black, where's black on a castle? Is he actually going to castle short? It looks like he did castle at some point short, but I would be scared if I were black.
Yeah, because there's just so many open files. Queen f2, knight f6. Bishop h3.
Bishop h3, trying to trade, and he didn't trade, right? Bishop c4.
Knight d2.
I like the white one, king b1. In other games,
Yeah.
we haven't really quite seen that move. This is good. Knight d2. I like knight d2.
b5 is good. Just solidifying the bishop, maybe thread to b4.
Yeah, you're trying to get rid of the knight to try to put pressure on c2. I mean, that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Rook e1. I'm not so sure that's a move
Yeah, I don't
would
know. I
consider.
really like the rook on the h file because it seems like half the reason he's sacrificing is to open up that line. But rook he1, maybe he was afraid of somehow this e pawn, but I don't think.
With white, I would love to get a knight in f5. If
Yeah.
somehow I could do that, that would be brilliant. Maybe knight f3. But he's just trying to protect. He probably wants knight f3. Oh, sorry. What happened?
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, no worries. I think he wants knight f3, so he's protecting so that against b4 he moves the knight somewhere, and then e4 is protected, and then he can play knight f3, knight h4, knight f5. It takes a little bit of time, but I think it's worth it. It's worth keeping the center protected and then bringing in a
Yeah.
new piece. Although he did trade the bishop, or tried at least.
I think he's playing moves that kind of contradict.
His
His
plan.
sacrifice? Yeah.
He changes his ideas kind of too much. What do you think about knight f3 instead of bishop f1? Do you think that would be a nice idea for white?
Yeah, I think so. Just putting some pressure on e5.
Yeah.
Can you play b4 at some point? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Knight d5 or knight a4, and then try to keep the position solid like that. But you still have the light square bishop, so that's why maybe knight a4 is not a very wise idea.
Yeah.
Wait, but what about queen a5? No, because you lose the bishop. So first takes, and queen a5, b3.
Take on e5.
Yeah, I'm opening the position too much.
Yeah.
Although, if I take, then rook takes, and both the bishop in e7 and d5 are attacked. White could be doing well there.
Let's see. So after knight f3, this was the idea. Maybe knight h4, knight f5.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I want to do.
I think this looks pretty good.
And of course, I would love for you to go back to e6, because then maybe I'll play f5 with tempo, and then I'll go g4, g5. So I'm trying to take advantage of the hook wherever you go. I don't really care, because d5 is not going to work. I feel
Yeah.
like that's
Oh, yeah,
that
this looks
way,
very good for white.
That way, white actually takes advantage of the fact that he brought in
Played.
his rook from h1.
Yeah, but after rook h1, because you could play bishop f1 without playing rook f1, right? Like even here, something like this. If you wanted to play bishop f1, does this work?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, so he plays bishop f1, rook f c8, knight f3. So now he
Okay,
plays knight
he
f3.
still did it, but he felt that the bishop should be there. But this will allow some knight g4s at some point. Okay.
He takes f4. Yeah, I guess he's kind of forced to do that.
I'm not sure if I want to take back.
Maybe.
Yeah, 94. But
Yeah.
I mean that's just me. I'm being too aggressive tonight, to this morning, this lunchtime. Because you can take with the bishop in d5.
Or even like something like, yeah.
Bishop f6. I'll go knight f5. I'm not scared.
Right.
I will go for
Can
the
you still
attack.
go knight f5 here?
Probably.
Actually.
Well, queen
no, you
c2.
cannot.
Wait.
Yeah.
It's not made though.
I mean, but then you just pick up the knight.
Right. Okay. No.
Yeah.
It's not. No. It's not good enough.
So.
Oh, so this actually happened? No, did not happen.
Yeah. So after knight d4. What happens if you just take on d5?
Knight
Because you
f5.
can't go knight f. Oh, you can go knight f5.
Yeah, because I didn't take yet, and then if you take in g3, I may not recapture with the queen, although...
I guess knight f5, maybe just bishop e6.
You can take in g3, intermediate move.
Oh, right.
Oh, no. Oh. I was going to say queen d4. I was so excited, but it's a terrible move. It's terrible. It's a terrible decision.
Yeah, this is annoying. Looks like you can't really go knight f5. So knight d4, bishop takes d5. Is not... Oh wait, no, this is good. Yeah, so maybe knight d4 isn't the best. Maybe you do just have to recapture.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but maybe it's worth doing that, I guess. And if you take an f1, rook takes f1. But I feel like black is doing just fine, and then bishop f6, and his king is protected. You didn't get any attack or sacrifices on the king. There needs to be something more aggressive after he takes f4.
I don't know, I feel like black would be really happy here. Because...
But you know what? Like, the knight in d4 was protecting my c2 pawn. So what if after, like, he takes a 4 knight d4, if you take in d5, what if I go queen... no. Yeah, like queen takes a 4?
Okay, but maybe like bishop g5, bishop f6.
Queen
bishop g5.
Queen f5?
Queen f5.
I'm trying to attract you to make some weaknesses. Hi there, the casual player. Games are really interesting today. Very interesting. Some decisive games. Board 1 has been a really hard-fought game, and it seems like the top seed is coming back, taking down the current leader. And this game is very sharp, where we're seeing way too many...
Oh, so he did take back instead of
Okay.
knight d4.
Okay.
So probably anticipating bishop f6.
I mean, that seems normal.
Yeah.
You need to stop white from going knight d4. But maybe white, yeah, knight d4, bishop d4, and then you have to take with the rook, probably, but then you're not putting any pressure on the king. Bishop f6 has to be played. Oh, I have a new idea, but no, it's not good. I want knight d2, knight d4. I mean, I want to improve my knight. White's knight is struggling. It's so hard. Now you have, I mean, you have one pawn down. It does look kind of like you have two, because the pawn in c4 is almost not visible, but...
Yeah, we'll see what black plays. Bishop f6, knight d4, takes. We were
Rook
saying rook takes.
I mean, in the worst case, you know, you can go, yeah, queen c5. Or taking f1 first.
So kind of maybe queen a5 ideas, but it doesn't look like there's much.
Queen a5 probably, that's when white will take in c4.
Yeah, or I was thinking b3. Do you want to play that? Because if take on c4...
Am I not weakening my position too much if I play b3?
I don't think so.
Yeah, this position does look really good for black, for sure.
Yeah, because after queen a5, if you take, then this kind of opens up. I think this looks better for black.
Yeah.
Because then you're threatening like c3.
Although I have a new idea. Wait, c3, I play b3. And then you go queen e3.
Yeah.
You want to make me... I want to play a 5 f6, but white is too slow. By a couple of moves. Too slow.
Okay, so bishop f6 was played.
Very good decision by black.
Yeah.
Eric Liu is the 2195 and Rohan 2120, so both players.
And Eric Liu missed an opportunity for a really nice win against the top seed yesterday.
Yeah, he played a brilliant game, but
Yeah.
unfortunately he wasn't able to convert due to probably low time. And who's shouting? You guys can hear the shouting from outside. That's okay. Well, we're kind of far from the playing hall. I think the playing hall is upstairs. We are like one floor downstairs, and I guess there are a couple of other rooms close by where there are events or teams. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to one of these tournaments, but lots of schools send a full team of like 10, 15 kids, maybe even more. And then they have their coaches and they're, all hanging out together, looking over their games, analyzing. And then some of the kids come accompanied with their siblings who are much younger, and it's
that's
really
probably
fun.
a sibling.
Probably super excited, running around the
Screaming.
the hallway, and yeah, I think that's basically what's happening. Yeah, Evan, thanks so much for showing all that information about our commands. Yeah, you can learn more. You can subscribe. Don't forget, if you enjoy the commentary that's happening here on US Chess, you can always subscribe. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for free. I actually don't know if there's a Prime command. I will check. Nope. Well, I'll make sure to talk to US Chess to add one, because that's an important command to add. Yeah, and if you want to support US Chess, you can always do so from the official website. Don't forget, if you are new to chess, or if you have a friend who wants to play over the board tournaments, never has played one, you can always go on uschess.org/join and get your membership. You are also getting with your membership a subscription to Chess Life magazine, so you can read that magazine online or get a physical copy in the mail, and then check out latest news, games, theories, end games, or just interesting facts about chess, history of chess, and so on.
Yeah, who needs People magazine when you can look at what chess players are up to?
Of course.
Chess Life magazine.
Of course. And yeah, there's Chess Life online as well, and there's a news page too that you definitely want to check out. Everything that's happening, not just tournaments that are happening at a national level, but like national championships and such. You can also check out tournaments in your area. Definitely the website to check and bookmark, so that you can find as much information as you want. And then you can always message someone from US Chess if you are having trouble finding something specific. The staff working for US Chess, at least the ones I met, and I think pretty much everyone is very nice and always willing to help and give you the information that you need. And of course, we've mentioned throughout the stream, but podcasts do get published every week, and there are interviews featuring top players, personalities, organizers, female leaders, and I think those are cool things to listen to. And in order to do so, you can just go on USChess/podcasts and listen to your favorite, to the ones you're interested in. I think that's a great thing to do, because sometimes there are some players you want to learn more about, and
you get a different perspective, not
Of
just about
course.
chess, but about their lives as well.
yeah,
It's
and
really interesting.
and you can always ask your questions, I think, and sometimes there are even giveaways for asking a good question, and so definitely worth listening to, and you can do so anytime you want. And maybe you can make suggestions too if there's someone specific that you want interviewed. I'm sure it will get considered, so make sure you you stay in touch. Of course, you can follow US Chess on our social media accounts, here on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So if you do that, be sure to follow us or subscribe if you can.
Yeah, so after this, we saw there was actually Jed lost.
Someone suggested what? He lost, but like the position
Yeah.
was totally fine.
So it looks like he was slightly better.
Yeah.
We
How did
thought
he lose?
after.
Yeah. Did he blunder?
Probably.
Okay.
But G4. I guess.
Wait, why
So
is
that's a
knight
little
takes f3 a
dubious.
blunder? What did he miss?
Knight takes f3.
Oh my god.
Oh, and then it forks the knight and.
And the
just
rook. He
loses
forgot about
a-
his rook in a2.
Mm.
Oh my god. That is so tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
He just saved it. He had he did have less time than his opponent, and then he rushed to take the pawn in f3. That's a weakness that stays for a while. Probably he should have taken maybe in b5, or bringing his rook to c2, or taking b5, rook a7 or something that activates that rook and just takes it out of harm's way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough. And move back. Can we get some interviews from the kids' coaches? So here on stream, the casual player, that's probably not gonna happen. I think it's very hard to interview every single coach from every team. There are lots of teams that come to compete at this event, and we do not want to just interview someone that would be like, we don't want to discriminate against anyone, and unfortunately we don't have time to interview everyone, and maybe some people don't want to be interviewed, so unfortunately that's not happening. It's not going to happen on stream, but maybe that's something that can be done in a setting where maybe US Chess will consider creating some kind of booth where people can go and just, it gets recorded, and maybe from time to time we'll show clips. We'll definitely suggest that maybe in the future, but but okay. So maybe I don't know exactly why we're not doing it. I thought we're not doing it because we don't want to show someone too much, but maybe listen to US Chess because of the protocols. all right. Anyways,
So request for board 7.
board 7 was requested, yes, as well. That was a tough loss that we just saw.
Okay, so we saw this thing where black kind of sacked
Yeah,
the
gave
pawn,
up the
lost
pawn.
We saw knight d4. I played queen d7.
Yeah, we were looking
We're
at this
just getting
game
out of
for
the
quite
way.
some time, and then
Yeah.
we moved around to see some of the results that were happening. White is still a pawn up. US Chess is the best chess community. Thank you, EJ. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I think there's always there are always things that are improving every single time, and I like the idea of surveys and taking as many of those thoughts of players, parents into account to try to make every single event better. And I think that's something that we like about US Chess. I mean,
yeah,
I
a
like
lot
that.
has changed and improved since I played in these events, so it's really nice to see.
I believe so, and I think there's a talk as well about potentially finding a way to do something about the grueling Saturday where the players have to play 3 games in a day. I don't know exactly what will happen regarding that. I don't have that much information, but I like that US Chess always tries to take into account the different suggestions, and constructive criticism is something we're always looking for, and try to do the best we can to improve the conditions and play and everything for the players and for the people who are joining.
So here after knight g4, pretty good move. It's just getting the knight back into the game. Bishop g1.
I like that retreat
like
move
that.
to play. At some point, I'll play h3, pushing you back. But until then, just keeping the king safe.
Ooh, rook a4 is interesting. Seen a lot of rook lifts.
Can we go rook c8, queen b5?
Rook c8.
I think
that's what was played. But instead of queen b5, he played knight g5.
Okay, he wanted to protect the e4 pawn. Maybe he just didn't think it was enough.
I like queen b5.
Which pawn do you take, though? Do you take that one or you take a2? Maybe you take a2? So he's trying one more move to prepare everything?
Yeah, so I guess that's his idea behind knight g5.
Yeah, protecting and then also controlling f7. So if I take... Yeah. If I take in b5 at some point, or queen b8, or somehow getting the... Okay.
So he played rook c4, maybe ideas of like rook c1.
Yeah, knight f2. Yeah, that's really unpleasant.
And you just scoop the pawn, because now the rook's no longer attacking a2, and knight g5 is defending e4. So h6, knight f3, and then I guess
so maybe he wasted some time. He wasted some time with knight g5. If he couldn't take in b5 immediately, he definitely wasted some time. I think black can take, as you're saying, because now queen b8 is not doing that much.
But black's pieces still look a little bit disconnected. I'm not sure.
My question is always going to be, do you take the e4 pawn or the a2? I'm kind of worried.
He can't take a2 here.
Sorry, you're right.
So you're
right.
Yeah. What about something like queen d3? Putting some pressure here, maybe knight. If knight f6, then you can always just kick the rook back with knight c2. I kind of like queen d3, because there's also ideas of like queen d6, rook b8, just kind of repositioning pieces. I don't know.
What about queen c4?
Queen c4 here.
There's some tactical ideas if they would work. Like, what about rook d8? Sorry, rook b8 to queen d8.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't have this like knight f2 back rank.
I take.
Just go back.
Yeah.
This looks really dangerous for black. Maybe e5. Because then you defend g8.
Right.
Ooh, but then do you have like queen h4?
And knight g5?
Like yeah. That's pretty nice, actually. I don't think you can defend
What about
it
bishop f6?
Then the knight hangs.
And I take... I don't trap your queen. You go to d7. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so...
This is annoying.
Yeah. Maybe, probably...
Queen d3 is a really cool idea. Yeah, because you do... What about if I just...
Queen a8 maybe?
Well, you can still go queen d6. I mean, I like your queen d6 rook b8. That's more of a threat
This
than...
looks like you're attacking a lot of things, but this did not happen in the game.
What if I go rook c4? You taking g6?
Yeah.
Okay, but what exactly is your threat? Like if I go, for example,
Maybe just
the
like
knight.
95. Ooh. I think there are just so many weaknesses in black's position.
Yeah, h6 is not necessarily a very
Yeah.
helpful move for sure.
But white actually traded queens, which I'm not sure I like, because it seems like he had the initiative and the attack. But now...
And now f4 is hanging as
yeah,
well.
a lot of pawns.
Yeah, this game may go into a draw.
Mm.
I have the feeling.
What's your evaluation here?
Maybe. I don't really see. I'm just gonna say point. I don't see how white can. I mean, I don't see a move. H3. Yeah, and the 4 pawn is hanging. I mean, I think h3 is gonna be happening. I mean, I'm just gonna say 0.5, 0.6, 0.6.
6.
No, maybe white still has some. I'm thinking h3 and then bishop d4 and then rook b7.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, the evaluation can grow, but you have some knight h5 ideas and.
I'll say 0.77.
Might be like +2 or something.
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, should we check?
Yeah. 1 point something. Oh, g3.
G3.
I didn't think that was an option because rook e2.
Rook e2, maybe you can go rook b7. Yeah, because you have this idea of bishop d4.
Yeah, but I just moved the king.
G8.
Okay, I mean, it's tough. It's very tough for white to progress this position. Yeah, I have a lot of weaknesses still. I know, but
I guess it's
I will
also...
get e5 at some point, like trade some pieces there.
Yeah.
The endgame should be like that extra point.
But
It's
e5,
not.
you also always have to be careful of like h3. Because this knight is a little bit awkward.
I'll just check you enough too. I mean, the rook endgame. Because you're cut off. Like, I'm just worried about white's king being in h1 after g3. That's a move that I would definitely not make with white, g3. I don't think I would make that move. I just feel like it would be totally...
Oh, Brewington won.
Brewington won. Okay, we did anticipate that. He had an extra
Nice.
pawn for quite some time, so he's back into the lead. Number 1 seed of the tournament came back after, saving a, grueling. He had a grueling game yesterday against Eric Liu.
Yeah.
And today, okay, he kept his count, played a pretty balanced position, and then, traded some pieces. And then his opponent just gave up a pawn, and he was able to get into a queen endgame extra pawn and win nicely. Well done. Then board 2, we knew.
A lot of decisive games today.
How many games do we have left that are still being
We
played?
have
Board
2,
3?
4, 5 games left.
Okay.
We
Let's
can take
check
a look at board 3.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
one was this?
Yeah, we stopped
Oh,
around
yes.
here. Yeah.
So he ended up capturing back bishop f6 like we saw, but white did not play knight d4 because we said that this was probably
Yeah.
pretty good for black.
Yeah.
So he played queen d2.
I don't know what's the idea of that move.
Maybe he didn't like queen
Queen a5?
a5.
That could have been annoying because if you play a3, there's b4,
Oh,
and then
right,
if you
yeah,
play
yeah.
b3, queen
We were
a3,
looking at
and
that.
yeah.
So bishop takes d5. Ooh.
Oh, fancy. You cannot take
Yeah, you
because
can't
queen
take.
c2.
And then queen b2. Or even bishop b2. I like bishop b2 more.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's always nice to mate with any other piece that's not super valuable, of course.
So after bishop d5, I wonder if... seems like white probably missed this. Eric is playing really well. in
Yeah,
this tournament.
he's the one who almost beat Brington yesterday, but
Rook e3, this rook lift isn't as great. I mean, I guess it's not really a rook lift because you're just defending the knight, but the rook has really nowhere to go.
it's just really set for the knight.
Yeah.
You want to bring it to f5, but you kind of... How is he going to do that?
Yeah, white's pieces are just playing really
Oh, wait,
passively.
now there's a threat. Now there's a threat. We want to take the bishop. So bishop e4, okay. Can we take in d6? Still not, because bishop takes c2, okay. Bishop d3, I guess he has to kind of play here, or... Bishop d3, and if you trade rook takes, maybe white is somehow trying to get some material back.
Right. Do we have to take... Can we play maybe d5?
So Spursy is asking us if we're reviewing all the games or just championship section. We are actually reviewing all the games, and you can check out all of the games over here that are live. And we usually try to kind of go over all of them or go by requests if someone has requested us to check out the game. Now it's towards the end of round 6, so we'll mostly be looking at the final minutes of this round. I think players may finish around like in the next,
Half hour
15
or so.
minutes to half an hour. Yeah, their next round is at 2 p.m. Central Time. So we've kind of tried to look through the games that were requested, and of course top boards, but we have checked out some of the lower boards as well. And we want to thank all of you for following. You can always write us if you have questions about this event or anything you want to know about us, or some fun things that are happening chess related. Of course, we're welcoming all chess related questions. That makes sense. Maybe not all of them. Maybe I said too much. So this was played? No, he played just bishop e4.
I like d5 after bishop d3 though, probably.
I think at some point we have to take that bishop, but maybe not just yet. Maybe I can play rook g3 first. Like I don't want to take yet. I want to do something like this and f5 and try to. But I don't have a threat, and you'll always have king h7. I feel like white lost most of this.
Yeah, I mean, black is just up 2 pawns here.
He had an interesting idea with h4 early in the game, but I think he didn't capitalize enough on the initiative that he could have gotten and the attack. Someone was saying board 12 was some swindle. The game is over, however, so you can check out, I don't know, towards the end and see what happened in the end game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this was some Queen's Gambit, right? Maron.
This doesn't look too much of a swindle.
Yeah, it seems like black just blundered. I don't know, where's the swindle? I thought swindle meant like you're lost.
Losing, yeah.
And then you're winning.
This just not. This just looks a little unclear.
Yeah, but white has the more pleasant position, I think.
Yeah.
With the
space advantage.
Space advantage and everything. Yeah. We also looked at board 13. I don't know, is that game still going on? We're trying to catch up with the final moments. Board 13. I think it's still going on. Oh wow. Okay.
Wait, which game was this one?
I don't think we looked at this game very much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did, but then we never came back to it. Okay, the one that he took with the c pawn to b6 instead of the a. We did suggest capturing with the a pawn, and okay, black gonna hold on to the position. G4 is a move that white has to prep. What he took? Okay, probably trying to stop some c4.
Yeah.
G4,
oh, now
nice.
G4.
Okay. The nice thing is that the queen has to go back, and white will be playing.
It's also really natural to just bring these pieces over at some point. I guess, why was that point not now? Can you play rook h2? Because king g7, you always have to worry about e6.
Is f5 a thing? Or f6.
6.
I mean, I don't think it's a thing, but that's the only thing that I can
Yeah.
assume black would be worried about.
Here? Then I guess you're threatening e6 anyways. I don't know, rook h2 just looks really nice here. Unless I'm missing something. Not too sure.
Thanks, US Chess. We'll take a lunch break. Don't worry. We'll take a lunch break. We're still checking out some of these games. I think they're really exciting. Whenever Emily decides, I'll let her decide this time around. But we're good.
This is an interesting progression. So they traded queens. Okay. White scooped up a pawn.
I definitely don't think he should have traded queens, but he is better.
Yeah.
If you don't find a mate, of course you should trade towards an endgame. That's for sure. Ideally, a winning one would be perfect. Oh, that's a beautiful... The knight in h7 is just that. I feel like White's plan is very simple. Just bring the king to e4. And you also have rook h6, e6, rook f7 mate. No, it's not mate yet, but... e6, right? Like you can't do anything around rook f7. No, because the rook is hanging, right? On h6. Okay. Maybe bring in the king first. King f3, king e4.
What about like rook h5? Can you do that?
What's your threat?
I don't know, but it looks nice.
You don't have a threat yet.
But then now you're.
Well, what about rook c6 though? Like, why? We can move that other rook. Just go rook c6.
c6.
Or d6, somewhere on the other side. My point is bishop h6 and then getting on the 7th rank. Okay, I still give you a check. Go
yeah,
king
you can't
g8,
go up.
King g8.
Wait, is this mate?
I think so. King
Yeah.
g6, rook f6, right? And then
G8.
king g8, rook g5, rook takes, and
Yeah,
it's
so you
mate.
can't move the knight back. But then now you're threatening
Bishop
whole lot
h6.
of
Yeah, if you go rook
things.
d7, bishop
Yeah, this
h6.
looks completely winning for white.
He didn't go there? Okay,
No.
he wanted to bring in the king. I mean, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
I mean, now, like, yeah, now this rook kind of gets into play. Oh, just kidding. What? Black is not sure what he's doing. I probably wouldn't know either. Yeah, okay, this looks... I'm not...
What did white... Wait, is mate? Bishop e5 mate? Oh my god, that's gorgeous, right?
No, I think it just wins a
It's not-
piece.
Okay,
Right.
I mean, yeah. Rook h6 takes. Okay. Should
Oh,
be
so this
winning.
probably
Okay,
is
this
happening.
happened.
Yeah, but I
there's
feel like
nothing-
white could have won.
Yeah,
this
that
year,
rook
like, a lot
h6.
earlier.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. You had to spend a little bit of time, and he did have the time. Maybe he was trying to play against his opponent, 5 minutes or whatever was black's exact time. But okay, this is gonna be a win. Let's go back to the top board, see if there's anything else still being played. Rohan is definitely struggling in this position.
But again, Eric
It would take
is a little bit low on time.
again. That is something he probably has to work on if he
Yeah.
wants to feel more comfortable in the future. I like knight g2 idea right now. I know it's kind of... Oh, queen d4 is the threat for black. Possibly. To attract c3. And then he'll move back and then go b4. Open up or just sacrificing c3 at some point. It's...
Oh, so we did see d5 after bishop d3.
Yeah, we did see it, yeah. And then I just don't... I mean, I was considering f5 for white, but
Yeah.
I just think king h7 just stops it all. Oh no! Okay, I see an idea. I play knight f3 right now, and then I'm gonna go... Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I really want queen h6. I really want to queen h6. I was so excited that I saw a mate, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I always get so excited about these mates. It doesn't work. Nah. That's sad.
Yeah, it looks like black just has a comfortable advantage here, and also 2 pawns up. Shouldn't be too difficult to convert. Although it can still be a little bit complicated given the time difference. And anything can happen in blitz.
True.
But Yeah,
Maybe
we'll
knight
see.
f3 in this position for white.
Knight f3.
Because I want to make you give up your bishop from e4 on the knight, and then if
Mhm.
you do that, then at least I have opposite color bishops. Maybe I can hope for a draw in an endgame. So if I'm not mistaken, Rohan, like I said, I think I've seen him at a Pan American, and he was a few years back, like 2018 or 2019, and he was just, I think it was 2019. He was doing really well, and he played this. He was not like when you go as a coach for Pan Americans, you're getting assigned different kids to analyze their games. But sometimes, you're the only coach waiting for the kids to finish their games. And I think he was just showing it, and I was there, and I was like, oh, I really like it. Or he wanted to show it to me. I don't know. Some kids were like, we really want to show you our game. It's like, yeah, sure, come. And I think he had this, and I told him I really liked it so much that I was gonna show it to some of my students, and I think I did, but then I never saw him at any event, so I couldn't tell him what happened. I believe it was him.
You coach for Pan Ams?
I did coach
Oh,
one
okay.
time. I went one time.
Mhm.
It was an interesting experience. Unfortunately, I got very sick. It was in
really?
Ecuador.
Oh.
Yeah, I had similar symptoms as people have now for COVID. So I wonder if COVID existed then. But really, I got very sick for the last 2 days. I had super high fever. Literally, I was on antibiotics. I couldn't coach my kids for the last rounds. It was kind of tough.
What year was this?
I think 2019, before things happened. Yeah, because it was in Ecuador, and then it was the World Championship, and after that, just everything went.
I have fond memories of Pan Ams.
Yeah, Pan Ams are really cool events.
Yeah.
I really think like.
Oh, so White did play knight f3 here,
Okay.
and then Black took on d3.
Yeah, I mean, it makes more sense to take the bishop than to take the knight.
Yes.
So
And then
that's what
Pawn
happened.
takes.
Okay, pawn takes.
Maybe he was worried about like queen b4 ideas or something.
Possibly, and then you kind of. But you do have knight e5. Oh, and then queen takes f4.
Yeah.
Well, I still have knight d7. d5 pawn is hanging as well. But pawn takes kind of keeps things safe for white. The only thing you have to be worried about now is moving your queen and then allow queen c2 check, queen c1 back rank mate. So there's going to be an issue that white will be facing for sure.
Yeah, but this is just comfortable for Black because this bishop is like a really strong attacker and a really strong defender.
Yeah, but if I get my knight to g4, I want to do
Yeah.
that. I see some ideas, and Black is getting low on time. If
Again.
Rohan plays this right, he can maybe swindle back into this game. But what was the other game that's still being played?
Game. This looks
Opposite color bishops, but White has
a lot of pawns.
3 extra pawns. Can he win though? Because
Probably.
Black managed to block those 2 A and B passed pawns.
Yeah, but these two are on dark light scores. I was thinking like maybe,
I don't know if you want to take. Oh.
and then actually I don't know.
Yeah, that should be good. I mean, you have way too many pawns.
Yeah. A6. Yeah, and then you just eventually bring the king over to like c6.
What about g5?
g5?
I mean, you can just take in. Not there. e5, huh? Bishop f7. I don't know if g4 is gonna do anything. Maybe g4. No, for Black, I was thinking instead of h4.
Yeah, but then. Yeah, you don't really want to be stuck with these pawns though.
But how do you progress?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, and now king takes, you take an h5, and then you bring in the king to c7, and you should be able to win this endgame for sure.
I think you just need to create a passed pawn somewhere on the king's side
Mhm.
so that you tie the king down. But after g5, maybe even f. c5.
And then just bring in the king to b5.
And then, yeah, king b5, and if they ever play king e7, you want king to c6.
And then
there's always ideas of like f6.
Of course, yeah. White should be winning in this one. And then is there any other game that's going live right now? Okay, white would most likely be winning this.
Oh, yeah. They just won the piece.
Yeah, we've seen this position. And then rook f2. Okay, he's going to get the c2 pawn maybe. But a lot of black pawns are hanging.
Yeah, just take. Take. You have to be a little bit careful, though, with the d pawn.
You always have bishop f4 check, though, and you're stopping that pawn.
Yeah.
So I think white is totally fine on his way to win this. So just those two games. I mean, the most interesting one is board 3, in my opinion. This game, rook 1 to g3. What? Why did he do that? Rook 1 to g3. He's trying to avoid it. He probably wants f5. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I would have played rook d to g1, but...
But f5 now?
King h7?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it does much. Maybe knight h2, knight g4.
But bishop g5 is going to be a thing? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, queen... It is not a very simple... This is not a very simple position to convert. You do have your extra 2 pawns, but they're on the king side.
Very low on time now.
He's super low on time for sure. I wonder if any draw offer has happened. That's the only bad thing when you're commenting like this and you don't have access to some of the players is that you don't know if a draw is offered. Like I was saying, I'm not a huge fan of playing online, but sometimes when you play online, you do know if a draw was offered. If there was an offer because you see it there, and then but. So white played in this position rook d to e1. He's trying to trade.
I don't think that's good though, right? Because he wants to make it as
sense,
complicated as possible. Since black has little time. King f8 is interesting. I don't know. I'd still be a little bit worried. Maybe his idea is rook e8.
Trying to trade. Yeah. I mean, he does... An endgame would be winning for black, of course. If he trades the rooks, then the queen, of course, but... Can you do it? And you have to. So, let's not forget, these players are playing with how much increment? Like, no increment. It's actually 2 hours for the entire game with 5 seconds delay per move. It's definitely the end. They had a very tough day. Woke up, who knows what time they woke up, but it's already 1:10 p.m. and they have to play at 2. So unless we're being delayed a lot, it is possible that, I don't know. Black plays a nice endgame on board 10. Well, we are gonna stay with these games that are still being played right now, AJ, because it's the end of it, and we're trying to stay. We might take our lunch break shortly. I don't know. What do you think, Emily? Maybe do a quick check for the remaining. I mean, this is clearly winning for white.
How do you get this? Oh, okay.
Okay, black took, and then it's game over now.
This is also game over. I guess we're just waiting for moves.
The moves are not coming in yet. The games might still be going on. I don't know if we have anyone who's close to that, who is in the playing hall and knows, or one of the parents and knows that these games were over, please do let us know. But I feel like usually when the game is over, we do get the moves really fast. Yeah. Like the games, the moves are being played.
Oh, so he didn't want to take on b6 because he wanted to keep this pawn.
So what is he gonna do? Is he gonna bring his king to b2? You think? Like king d2, king c1, and then, but he has to be careful. Yeah,
about this whole.
Yeah, but there's rook f6. If you go king f5, there's rook f6 check. So he's not too worried about that probably. And.
No, you're never worried. Actually, maybe.
What about?
Because if you check
king f5, but I do take him b6. I'll just check you. I don't know where you go. Probably. even the king and pawn endgame, if I get it right, I will be winning it.
No.
This one I'm not
yeah.
winning. No problem. Well, are we sure? I think I can enter. My king is more advanced. So I take king takes f6. No, because you have an extra tempo, right? So I go king e4.
I don't know how to do king pawn endings. Okay, so c3 probably.
Yeah, but I think black can play b5.
Yeah, no.
Wait, is it working?
This is not ideal.
No. I was gonna play c4, but you're playing a5. You have an extra tempo, and if I play a5 first, you can take. But this should be winning because my king is more advanced.
You're in b5.
C3. No, this I'm winning this one.
Okay, but I don't think this is something you want to calculate if you're
Yeah, you don't need to.
So rook e3 was played.
Okay, we can play bishop f6 or takes b6. I mean, why do we need to?
Yeah.
Why do we need to worry about that? Okay, and there was a result on board.
Board 4. He was.
Okay,
winning.
that was and there was one more game later. Oh, okay, so rook e8 was played. Okay, all right.
I think solid strategy by black.
Yeah, definitely.
Get everything off the board.
Yeah, 95 maybe is something I would try to do. If
maybe you can just take it.
Yeah, but I feel like this is White's final chance to try to get something. And I'm not sure if I take with the d pawn and try to put some pressure on your d5 pawn or just take with the f pawn. Probably I'll take with the d pawn, and then I have some ideas to play queen c2 or queen d3 and get the queen through h7.
Yeah.
And
like
that was even
ideas.
played. Okay, that
was
was played. Okay, so I guess he's gonna take with the d pawn. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to take with the f pawn. Then you would leave black with both h and g passed pawns.
So after d takes, probably queen e6. Actually, no, because then f5 comes in with a tempo. Possibly. Maybe queen d7. Actually, this isn't very easy
It's not.
for black. Oh wait, you can just check first and then figure it out.
Okay, then it's not scaring me too much because then, I can go queen f2 and then f5, e6.
Yeah. What about something like queen g6? Or queen g3?
I mean,
Play aggressively.
how aggressively?
I don't know. Oh, he took with the f pawn.
What? Okay. He still has ideas with e6,
Yeah, but I think this is just makes it a lot easier for black. Yeah, this is like, you don't have a lot.
Your king is a problem now. Yeah, black will just go queen c2 trade. And you need to go a3 or something.
And you have 2 outside pass pawns now.
Yeah, I don't know why he took with the f pawn.
With d pawn.
I think this would give white some chances. I mean, it should be lost.
Definitely not easy.
Yeah, because you need to stay and protect the pawn, and then I get to blockade it, and then
you
it's
also have to
very
worry
hard
about your own king with like f5.
Yeah, but after the way the game was played, and rook c1 was played, so they're entering a queen endgame. Oh man, this game can last for a long time. I feel like if the rooks are getting traded, I feel like we should sign off. Because that game will take a while, I'm telling you. Yeah, but I mean, rook c2 is a thing, so you're either gonna trade or... And I don't really see an approach for white to get into this.
I kind of like rook c4 here. I think that would.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's super annoying.
Yeah. Because then if you take, because now you're threatening things like queen g2 or something, or queen g5, and then you trade everything. So probably white has to take, and then you have to deal with all of these threats. This looks very winning for
Yeah,
black.
queen e3 is...
Mhm.
well, you have to be able to be... Queen d3, you have to be able to be careful, but...
Yeah. Queen f5.
And white is still thinking, but... I think black has sufficient time to convert this
there are
game.
not a lot of pieces left, so you just...
I suggest we take our break and we'll be back in about 45 minutes to an hour. I think it's 1:17. The round starts at 2 p.m. and it does take a little bit of time for us to get in the moves. So 2 more games. Okay, white
You
is...
lost all this one.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, this is the only cool game that is still being played. If you guys want to continue watching the broadcast, you can certainly do so here. We will be taking the break because last round is always full of excitement, and I think we need to have a little bit of energy. We've been at it for a while, and we've enjoyed all of these games. We really enjoyed interacting with you, so don't feel shy. Make sure you write us if you have questions or want to know more about the ways you can support your US chess or learn about the podcast, events, anything about me, Emily. We're here to answer your questions. So once again, you are watching the National Middle School Championship Round 6 at 2 p.m. US Central Time. We're going to go over, Round 7 and final round of this tournament will get started, and we'll try to be live around that time, maybe a little bit later.
Yeah, and we'll see some exciting games for first place because it seems like a lot of players are in contention to win.
Yeah.
So it should be a fun time.
Time. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the result for this game, but I think we should take our break. So we'll sign off, and we'll be back at around 2 p.m. We do hope to see you once again around that time. If not, have a wonderful rest of your day, but hope to see you then. Stay tuned.
Bye, guys.
Bye.